Hello gang, and welcome to Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. Broadcasting once again from, I assure you, not a kidnapper's basement. Because this really looks like I'm doing a proof of life video. It's like, yes, Hasbro are treating me well, they're feeding me, and I'm saying nice things about them. No. We're still in Hong Kong, having a great time, actually. This is a blast. Gonna be here for 2 more weeks, but the news don't stop coming. So let's talk about it. Sentinel fighting armor are up in their game once again, and I gotta say, they are a little sleeper favorite of mine. Every time I see Sentinel fighting armor figures in person, I'm like, golly, they look pretty. I mean, most of them use exactly the same mold for the human characters. There's a few tweaks here and there, but it's fairly basic, but golly, it looks cool. I saw their Magneto in Hong Kong airport the other day, and I was like, dang it, that looks so cool, because it looks kind of like Age of Apocalypse Magneto with his armor at the end of the story, and I was like, can't justify it, but I'd really like to. Anyway, why am I talking about fighting armor? Because they just revealed this Iron Man Hulkbuster fighting armor figure, which you've been looking at pictures of while I've been rambling, so that pretty much does it. Looks incredible. The information's down below. If you want to seriously bulk up your display, then you can do, because also this, unlike other fighting armor figures, this could totally go in with your regular collection and display as well, and he's going to be heavy. He's going to be made out of metal. That's the thing. It's going to be a heavy action figure. You could murder someone with this and then put it back on your shelf, and the police would be like, well, we can't convict you. There's no murder weapon. Nice toy collection, by the way. Besides, this guy can't do any wrong. He's an action figure collector. Anyway, he's going to be available soon. Available for pre-order right now from Marvel Legends, we've got Emperor Doom, or Sorcerer Supreme Doom, I think would be more appropriate, or Tomato and Cheese Doom, which is also kind of appropriate because I don't like the color scheme of this. I never have done, even when it was in the comics about a year ago. Or was it less than that? Time's weird. But yes, this is when Doom inherits the title of Sorcerer Supreme from Doctor Strange, and amazingly, doesn't follow through on his promises to not misuse the power. It looks like a fun figure. It's a little bit steeper with the price here. It's going to be about sort of $30, which is surprising. But actually, what am I saying? It's not surprising at all. But it's like, this is a pretty regular kind of figure. So really, is it going for like $28 to $30? I don't know. It just looks like a normal action figure. Like, are we paying extra for capes now? Is that where we are? I don't know. But if you want this extra version of Doom, well, you can put down your pre-orders now. And speaking of Marvel Legends, there's going to be a Hasbro Pulse Marvel Legends stream on September 9th. So you better believe your boy's going to be keeping a close eye on that one. If we've got a good enough internet reception in here, might even do a little live stream watch along, because those are always super fun. I'll see what I can do. But that's one for your calendar, September 9th. We'll see what they got for us. So speaking of Doctor Doom, you might be wondering, yeah, but do I want this Doctor Doom, or is there a better one out there? Well, that's why you need to go over to this channel's sponsor, Legendsverse, where you can just go over there, you can type in the name Doctor Doom, and boom, like Doom, you're going to have about 3 or 4 decades worth of Doom action figures presented before you. So you can look at all the different brands, from Marvel Legends to Mezco, Select, and all points in between, going back to Toy Biz, and see how many Dooms we've had, how far we've come, and which is the best one. That's just one of the awesome features you can do on Legendsverse. You want to see what else you can do on there? Well, maybe give the little link in the description a little clicky, and you can have a little look. And little Dave could get like a little extra month's worth of sponsorship out of them if they decide that enough people are clicking links. That's how it works. This channel's built on clicky links, so give them a click. These adverts get worse and worse. So Hasbro are going to do a Fantastic Car and also a Galactus for their Fantastic Four movie range. Could probably spin that into a very deceptive headline title, because of course it's not Marvel Legends 1/12 scale. No. This is just 1/18 scale. Much more basic, but if you wanted to kind of fudge them into your collection with a little forced perspective kind of thing, you could always do that if you want. So certainly not a monumental, ground-changing or earth-shaking type reveal, but kind of cute. The Fantastic Car looks rather nice. Galactus, super basic, but if you've got an MCU display and you want to have him just like looming at the very back, then you can do that. So yeah, nothing that's going to cause too much excitement, but they do look like fun little products. King Toys Collectibles have a little video showing off the upcoming Fury Toys Lion Warrior. So this is almost like a Chinese whisper, literally, of action figure news. But this looks too cool in this video not to be sharing with you guys. If you're a sword and sorcery, anthropomorphic animals, mythical type person, then you probably want to get in on this line from the ground floor, which I think this kind of is the ground floor. These things take so long to come out. I feel like I've been reporting on this lion for years. Probably because I have. I mean, I was talking about this back in Japan, so it's been a while. So yeah, if you have had your pre-order waiting for a long time, well, the wait is soon going to be up. When Storm Arena threw down the gauntlet and entered the Street Fighter market, we knew pretty fast they weren't playing. And now they're like, oh yeah, we're not only not playing, we got a whole game plan. Which a game plan inside, it implies playing, like playing a game. Time to play the game! But you know what I mean. They're going all in with Street Fighter, and I think they want to answer the critics who are saying, yeah, but they're never going to complete the whole set, which I don't blame you for saying, because they're really bad at that. In fact, have Storm Collectibles ever completed a fighting game set? I don't think so, but they might be on their way with these Street Fighter characters. Because not only do we have this full lineup revealed so far, with what have we got? Ken, Ryu, Sagat, Dan, Chun-Li, Nash, who we just had revealed. We're getting Akuma, we're getting Balrog, and then we're getting these other ones too. And this is the big one. First of all, we're getting Street Fighter Alpha Cammy. Always a crowd pleaser. Then Zangief, who I'm guessing is probably going to be big. So this guy's probably going to have a bigger price tag. But from seeing what we've seen already, I bet he's going to look amazing. And then finally, the biggest one, all right? People are going to flip for this. And I know, because I'm going to flip for this, Armika. All right? And don't be like, really, Dave? Why do you like Armika? You know why I like Armika. The same reason that you like Armika, and the same reason that she's going to sell like hotcakes. So when this goes up for pre-order, y'all better get your pre-order in quick, because I imagine this one's going to be very, very popular. I just hope they do everyone's favorite street fighting muscle mummy justice. So yeah, Storm Arena, they're cooking. Meti Toys, they just don't stop. They are working overtime. Every time I do a new video, there seems to be another piece of plastic awesomeness coming out of this studio. Now we're getting this Gladiator figure, which is pretty much just a character from 300. Whether it is Leonidas or any of them, I mean, they're all kind of generic looking buff dudes with beards. I'm like 2 out of 3 on that one. Generic looking dude with beard. Just gotta work on the other one and I'll be there with the 300 guys. Looks so far, just at a sneak peek, like he's going to be pretty wicked. There's going to be more information coming soon. This is just the initial couple of pictures, just to whet the appetite. Well, Meti Toys, you can ensure that our appetite has been whetted. He'll probably be available on 5K Toys and various other places, so keep the peepers peeled. Well, actually, I'll do that. And when he pops up for pre-order, I'll tell you all about it. Flame Toys are showing off their new animated style Optimus Prime model kit. Now this is something I actually didn't realize, and makes so much sense with YOLO Park and all that kind of thing. It might be obvious to you, but this is new information for Dave, is that most of these companies who do model kits is because they can't get the license to make action figures. This was explained to me by a new friend of mine over here in Hong Kong who works in the toy industry. More on that later. But he said, yeah, this is why they're sold as model kits, because they don't have the action figure license. Bah! Suddenly a light bulb goes off. He actually said there are a few companies that will make an action figure and then put like a tiny little keychain on it. So it's like, no. This is not an action figure. It's a keyring. It's like, so wacky and wonderful. And speaking of wacky and wonderful, this animated Optimus Prime, well, he looks like he's been pulled straight off the page, or the screen, even more appropriately. So yeah, all the information down below for you Transformers fans who love the animated universe. This is going to be one for you. We had the preview, now we've got the full reveal images for amazing Yamaguchi's jaw face Attack on Titan figure. You can see the cogs turning as I was talking there. With Amazing Yamaguchi, they normally have a pre-order bonus, which often you can only get if you're in Asia or somewhere. It can be a little bit annoying if you really want it. This one's got a damaged face, which does look kind of cool. So I don't know much about Attack on Titan, but I know a pretty figure when I see one, and this is one of those. So if you're a hardcore anime fan, then you might want to get your pre-order in quickly, even if you're not in a region that you can get the sneaky little additional bonus part from. You can see I'm not redoing anything here because Dave's struggling right now, but Dave's going to get this video made. Hot Toys going back to the Star Wars clone saga, this time with Sergeant Hound. Of course, this clone trooper is different and unique because he has some different paint on his generic uniform that makes him a separate character. Wouldn't it have been awesome if the good guys weren't just a whole bunch of random clones and actually individual characters that could be different species, genders, people, places, faces, and anything, rather than having a whole bunch of collective identical characters that you then have to bend over backwards to try and make them unique. It's like, oh, this one has a mohawk. Anyway, I'm still not going to watch the Clone Wars. This is pretty awesome from Koto Bukiya, bit of a transforming model kit kind of deal. I don't know if it's from a franchise that I would recognize or know about. I mean, Hexagear. That's what it's called here. Hexagear Mecha, designed by, and then a whole bunch of numbers and letters. I don't know what that's in reference to, but it looks fun. I mean, look at this. So this is a Koto Bukiya model kit, 1/24th scale. So the person is going to be small, but that kind of equates to like a 6-inch scale, cool-looking mech action figure. Going to be released around about March of next year with a price tag of about 7,000 yen, so about $50. And yeah, as a unique, unusual-looking mech warrior thing, that's kind of fun. These are kind of fun. We've got some early concept sketches from Mattel of the upcoming extra characters for their WWE Street Fighter mashup. So a couple of them we've seen previewed at San Diego Comic-Con. There's a few extras as well. So first of all, there's the ones that we know about. Rey Mysterio Ryu, The Rock as M. Bison, which is a real appropriate combination, I think, and Ultimate Warrior as Blanca. A lot of fun to be had with those. But also, we're going to be getting John Cena as Guile. Again, perfect fit right there. Then it took me a second to guess this, but it was Batista, I'm assuming here. Batista as Sagat. Again, that kind of works too. If Batista was a little younger, he totally could have done that Sagat role. And then also Bianca Belair as Cammy. I think she wore this outfit. I don't think it was at a WrestleMania, was it? But I think she has worn this before. Then they got some other ones as well. We're going back into time with Yokozuna as E. Honda. That's cool. Dominic Mysterio as Ken. Why not? I guess. And then also there's going to be a Player 2 repaint of Ultimate Warrior as Blanca. So yeah, a really fun, random little line that they're building here. Another addition for Statue Corner. This is a fun Statue Corner episode. We've got the J. Scott Campbell style McFarlane Toys Poinson Ivy, and she looks as awesome as a 3-dimensional statue of a J. Scott Campbell Poinson Ivy should do. Pretty awesome, with a pretty awesome price tag as well. $200, but hey, what do I always say? I mean, you've got to spend money on something, am I right? This is not a bad thing to spend that money on. Available at Big Bad Toy Store and various other places as well. You know, I always say I rag on McFarlane for a lot of things, but their statues generally pretty darn good. I might pick up one of those Marvel ones one of these days. In the meantime, though, Poinson Ivy, my brain kept on wanting to say Harley Quinn. I'm glad I managed to keep that in there. Poinson Ivy looks real good. A little statue corner that can be filed firmly under the category of "Don't judge me, this is art." It is a 1/4 scale May, I think that's how you pronounce the name, May figure from King of Fighters. May, I know, is a big fan favorite. I've got a couple of friends who just collect everything May because she's just a very kind of iconic character for, I don't know, reasons. I guess. This does look pretty amazing. A pretty amazing price tag as well. But, you know, this channel isn't just for things that we can all afford. It's for things that we like to look at and go, I love living in a world where this thing exists. So there you go. 1/4 scale May statue. Looks pretty incredible. And folks, that does it for Good News for today. Thank you so much for watching. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. If you do that, then, well, you'll get the video come up. That's how YouTube works, Dave. But also, if you want to help me make more videos and get these out more regularly and not do, like, all my other jobs, which I do because we ain't full-time yet, but we're getting there, then you can get a Model Behavior channel membership, because the more channel members there are, the more time I can spend doing these. Because I feel like a video a day is just not enough. Maybe I could just live stream 24/7 directly into your brains. Maybe not. I'm not sure if we have the technology yet, but when we do, you better believe I'm going to be coming at you like Cleopatra. All right, that's enough nonsense, guys. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.